Hey there, welcome to day 1185 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, sharing my journey, documenting it as I transition from the brick and mortar world, corporate world of business, over a quarter century in corporate America, working for some of the coolest corporations on the planet, to, and 47, geez, I gotta check the number again, but at least 47 years of offline, real world, brick and mortar businesses and industries, before I transitioned to the online world. And now, this year, in 2021, I am switching back, and not switching back totally, but combining the offline and the online world. I've always believed in the pandemic, absolutely positively proved that without a shadow of a doubt to millions and millions of people, that you have to have and you want to have some sort of an online presence in case something happens. You know, none of us would have ever predicted that we were going to have a pandemic, although it turns out Dr. Fauci and Bill Gates both had predicted there were going to be a pandemic during Donald Trump's administration. So I guess we should have known that there was going to be a pandemic, and we should have prepared for it. I don't know about you, but none of my emergency action plans ever, I'm sure they do now, but up until now in corporate America or for my own businesses, ever included a pandemic, or maybe it was a public health crisis or something, but we never even used the word pandemic. I'm not sure I even knew what a pandemic was until 2020. So, what are we going to talk about today? What am I doing? But my whole point is I've got coaches this year. One's an offline business coach. One is a communications and confidence and emotional, mental, NLP type coach. And I'm combining the things that I'm learning from them to take me on a massive growth and leap in my personal development and personal contribution this year. So, despite traveling, starting Thursday morning, we fly out, I think, 6 o'clock Thursday morning. And then be on the road for a couple of weeks. So it'll be interesting to see how I pull this video off and where it is. It's not going to have all my awesome teddy bears and dolls and cards and plaques and fun sayings and mottos that make me just smile like Wonder Woman. They're not going to be hanging around me, but I will figure it out. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll do some outside ones. I'll take my microphone, if I remember to pack my microphone, and do some videos like out and about, because I love the places I'm going, and so I think it's going to be fun to be out on the road. I would like to say that I actually started thinking about my trip and packing yesterday, thinking about, okay, well, what do I need to take? And of course, what did I do since I'm a planner? I made a list of the things I need to pack, because my head's got a cold in it, and I figured it was kind of foggy. And if I didn't make a list, chances are I was going to forget something important. And then I just keep adding to the list as I think of things and then pack away. Mostly I'm concerned about forgetting things I need to communicate and to be carrying forward in my business. I've pretty much cleared my schedule, but not saved the tasks that I'm going to do on the road. So today we talked about in the Get Up and Go Challenge, day 27 of this 30 plus day Get Up and Go Challenge. We talked about communication skills, and just communication in general, which is an area of continuous improvement for me. I always want to be doing a better job communicating. And I talked about, with respect to active listening, but I probably should be working in the communication area, and I will be and am this year. How do I communicate better with the people I'm here to serve? How do I get the message out about what's really important and how I can help? And I generally say I stink at that, because I just am sharing things that I have found helpful. Doesn't mean they're the things that you need to hear and that are helpful to you. And I don't know what those things are unless you let me know. Tell me. Drop me a line, drop me a message, ask questions in the comments below, and let me know, hey, yeah, okay, so you've been in offline business and online business for a while. Do you know anything about this? Or what about this? Or who can I ask for this? And ask those questions, and I'll make sure we get your questions answered. One of the things that I found most frustrating when I first started out in the online world was the absolute deluge of information. And most of it, like everything else in our life, is 90% useless, right? 90% of everything out there in the world is stuff we don't need. 90% of what we do every single day is really unnecessary and not worth the energy that we put into it. We don't know that, so we just keep doing those things. And sometimes we just keep doing things because they're habit. So Get Up and Go Challenge today was all about communication and improving, using the SOAP framework to apply to one area or aspect of communication. And so that was fun, because I haven't done communication before. I haven't done communication and confidence before. Those are two that I added just for this 7th Get Up and Go challenge. Kind of because it's our 1-year anniversary. The first Get Up and Go 30+ day challenge was in April of 2020. And this was our 7th one in April of 2021. Of course, we're going to go to the 1st of May. May Day. Oh, I forgot about May Day. We're going to go to the 1st of May because I always do 31 days. It's always 30+ days. It's not just 30. I always want to have a bonus day or an extra day. And then I'd love to add a question and answer session if people have questions and answers. But traveling, I'm not going to even commit to doing that at a specific time or place. I'm going to say, ask your questions, and then I will find a time to answer everybody's questions on a video for sure. I can do that in the next 2 weeks, or 2.5, 3 weeks while I'm traveling. But I don't know that I can find a time to go live and do that. It'd be pretty challenging. And I don't know that I'll have a place to go live because I'm going to be traveling around. And sometimes hotels are great for doing that. Sometimes not so much. Our challenge for our annual challenge this year, do one thing every day that centers you. I call it the All About You 365-day challenge. Was a really good one. It's a 2-part one about so many of our dreams at first seem impossible, then they seem improbable, and then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable. Christopher Reeve said that, and that is an incredibly wonderful and powerful reminder that if we imagine it, if we dream it, if we think that of something that we want, it's 100% up to us and possible for us to make that a reality, to make that happen in our life. It's up to us to make that happen in our life. Nobody's going to do it for us. People can help us, but it's up to us to shine the light on that vision and that goal and carry it through by figuring out how to make it happen in our life. And when we go from just wanting something to making it an absolute must-have, that's when it inevitably will happen in our life. So whatever it is, make sure that you're not selling yourself short. Go for that great big dream. We don't have to settle for anything in our lives. We often do, and I've been guilty of that as well. Settling for, all right, this is good enough. You know, the ex-husband and I both have good jobs. We're both working for, unusual that we'd both be working at the same time. It seemed like throughout our marriage, one or the other of us was either laid off or unemployed at any given time from corporate America or from our corporate jobs. And we always had businesses on the side, but it just seemed like there was always that up and down in life, and life is that way. But I forgot my point on that. Anyway, it's inevitable, but we can achieve and have and do and be whatever we want, but we got to go after it. Nobody's going to do it for us. Nobody's going to create our life and live our life for us. Only we can live our life. Only we can create our life. And no matter how crazy or silly a situation or horrible you might be in, you can always get out of that. What's going on right now today isn't the true indicator of your future. Your future is absolutely positively up to you. Our Supersize Your Business saying today was cut to the chase, which is, boy, that one's a biggie and a good one for me. I am all about being direct, sometimes too direct, and cutting right to the heart of what really matters. So often we find ourselves in situations and in relationships and in communications and in experiences that are just overly complicated and unnecessary, when if we would just be open and honest and to the point and vulnerable and truthful and transparent and be really who we are, it's a lot easier than all the masks and all the facades and all the veils and things that we tend to wear in the different areas and aspects of our life. So many people are out acting as if, or pretending, or behaving the way they think that other people or that they should behave. I did that too in corporate America, man. I was like, well, this is how I should behave. And I would have conversations in my head. Okay, well, this is how I should behave and respond to this. This is how I really want to respond to this. Like the little angel devil on your shoulder. I would actually have those conversations with myself in my head. And 90% of the time I go with how I should behave in corporate America, right? Versus what I knew was actually the quickest, easiest, fastest, most efficient, effective way of getting something done. A lot of times I would just toe the corporate line, toe the company line, toe the line of the organization I was a part of. And that's human nature. We do that to get along and survive, but at what cost? Because it kind of eats away at us a little bit. So those are the things I'm working on. I'm also working very much on getting ready for this trip and traveling because I've been putting it off and putting it off. And with a cold, it made it even easier to make excuses for not doing it. So I made myself pull out the suitcase and start piling up things to put in it so I can make sure I don't miss my flight on Thursday morning. Haven't been on a flight since 2019, so it's going to be interesting. The last time was right after the Jimbo cruise last year. I flew home from Florida. I think we were in Tampa. No, Miami? That's terrible. I don't remember where the boat landed. Miami. It was Miami. I could be wrong. It could be Tampa. I don't remember. That's how long it's been. All right. That's it. Have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below. I will just be getting ready for my trip and doing my usual things today. But if you have a question and nobody to ask, please, please, please ask. Don't be like me and sit for 2 weeks trying to Google and Bing and Yahoo and Quora and ask questions and trying to figure it out yourself. It's not worth the energy. And usually, as soon as you ask the question, the answer, Bing, appears because it's already been in your sphere circling around your head. You just haven't seen it yet. Have an awesome day. I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye.